Good morning, gamers. My name is Max, and today I bring to you a Taric Pantheon deck guide. I'm going to give you 3 reasons why you should be running this deck, 1 for each time you can rally in the turn and attack. The first, all of your champions are super fun to play. Wounded White Flame gets huge. Pantheon gets huge. Taric, you can rally twice in a turn. It's insane with the Aegis. One of the most fun decks to play by far. 2, it has a low skill floor and a high skill ceiling. So as you get better with the deck, you're going to get better as you play it. So it's really good for new players, really good for mid-level players. It's easy to pick up, but it's hard to master, which is very ideal for somebody who's trying to get better at Legends Runeterra. 3, it's just the best version of the deck. Pantheon Shyvana? No, absolutely not. It has a higher win rate than that deck. It's more aggressive, has just as much flexibility in my opinion, and I definitely recommend you try it. So without further ado, let's get into some games. Here we're facing Cointel Pro with a Kindred Nasus deck. Very interesting. Let's see how they approach this build, whether it's more control, more aggressive. We're going to have to find out, but it doesn't really matter for our strategy. I'm happy to keep Taric, and we're going to dig for a White Flame or one of our little homies, the Saga Seekers, to start buffing up in the early turns. Let's go. Full mulligan from them. Pretty interesting. I wonder what they're going for. You know, Kindred could be a problem, but we play plenty of Hush, plenty of single combat such, so. A Doomkeeper. Oh, wow. Interesting. Ravenous Butcher as well. Spicy, spicy. It's a quick 4 damage straight to the dome. Bit scary. Okay, okay. Cointel Pro. Okay, there's the White Flame. Okay, we're in business. We're in business. We're good. We got the Wounded White Flame on 3. That's all we can ask for. Unless they have a second Butcher here, I'm feeling chill. Okay, perfect, perfect. Concerted Strike is beautiful as well. We're definitely just going to drop the White Flame as they develop their Curse Keeper here. Sure, sure, sure. It's a really good block on either of these units here. I think I'll just start with this. Pretty much no way they Vile here, I don't think. Yeah, so we get the free buff. We could do the Zenith Blade. I think it's pretty fine, but I'll probably just save it and use it on Taric next turn. Since we're pretty far from the Pantheon level regardless, and we've already taken 8 damage, can't get too greedy here. So they continue to develop a lot of units. That's interesting. This turn, I need to remember they're getting down their Kindred, most likely. So yeah, we'll just toss down Taric and start going in with him. There's the Kindred. There's the Kindred. I wouldn't guess they have a 1-cost way to proc their Kindred ability here, so I'm pretty comfortable to just go in. I would be very surprised if they did. That would be something like another Butcher or a 1-cost spell to kill their first wave, but it doesn't look like they're gonna have it, so we get a nice amount of damage, go down to 16 here. And here we're seeing the power of Taric right off the bat, clearing a lot of their board. It's very good. Buff up our White Flame. Very crazy. If I draw like a rally at this point, like these units just win me the game, which is beautiful. Got Concerted Strike, got some heal with a Guiding Touch. I'm chilling. We're feeling good about how this is going so far. We're just going to Concerted Strike that Kindred, deal with our problem in the most simplest way possible. We want this Wounded White Flame to be the one actually striking, so we'll tell it to strike first on the Concerted Strike. That way it gets the optimal buff. And we do level our Pantheon with this Concerted Strike as well, which is really nice synergy. I assume this is a Glimpse Beyond. Yep, there you go. Not a big deal there. We still get the buff on the Faded, which is very nice. Oh, no, we don't. Pardon. It's okay. Not a big deal. Like I said, we can block the Spirit Leech with our Taric. Rite of Calling, sure. They get another Nasus or Kindred. I can open with Bastion next turn. That's pretty good. And the opponent has surrendered. They recognize, oh, I got another Kindred. The game is over. Here we see Pearson with another off-meta deck, kind of off-meta deck set around 200-ish LP. The Talia Malphite. We are seeing the meta mature a little bit as people are getting tired of facing Ari Kennen. They're experimenting a bit more, so this is exciting. A lot more land decks, a lot more landmark decks on the ladder as well. I don't know. Do I need the Blinded Mystic? I can't remember any super strong effects on units in this deck. I'll mulligan that away. Keep Saga Seeker, keep Zenith, keep Taric. We're happy with all those. Single combat's beautiful. Perfect. I'll drop the Saga Seeker on 1 and get a damage in. Why not? They can only contest with chip as a blocker, so it's definitely gonna get a damage in here. See what they do. Yeah, this ancient prep that works. Wonder what they're trying to predict for, whether it's Talia, Malphite. You know, their strategy is pretty direct. They copy some landmarks with Talia, they kill you with Malphite, or kill you with Talia. We know what we're facing. It's just a matter of playing around it. We see the Rock Hopper. That's a little annoying, making my White Flame vulnerable. I'm surprised they didn't attack there, but I guess the sharp side just beat it out, which is a pretty fair reason not to. I'll slap down my White Flame considering I have 2 now. One thing y'all notice, I'm not super hardcore trying to level my my Pantheon, which a lot of people are a little surprised about when I play this deck. It's not actually, you don't want to force the Pantheon level. It will come to you on turn 5, 6, 7. Whenever it does, it'll come to you. Don't try to stress and force it out, because you'll end up losing that way a lot of times. Could have pushed more damage there with a single, but I don't think I need to take unnecessary risks against this matchup. Pretty happy to get down my Taric here and then just double Zenith on it on the open. And they can contest with their Salt Spire blockers, but it's fine. The Saga Seeker did its job. It got a damage in and it stopped them from attacking for 2 turns, so it definitely did its job. We're happy to have used the Salt Spire relatively effectively. I could also like just proc the barrier on it if I wanted, but probably save that for a defensive turn or something. We'll see. Got a Hush here, got a single. Pretty good, pretty good. There's a Devout. I could Hush that Endless Devout maybe. It's a bit silly, but I'm kind of down. I'm fairly certain they're going to block with this turn. Yeah. So I'll take 2 damage on my Taric. I'm kind of down to Hush it. Prevents me from having to deal with another 5-drop. Like 3 mana to stop a 5-drop. I mean a 5 attack unit seems pretty good. That's the way I'm gonna think about this at least. Get a lot of damage in here. It's pretty nice. And the reason I could be greedy with that play and be aggressive with the Hush is because I know they don't have a way to kill my Taric here, which is the money card. So we're pretty safe. We see a Preservarium. They're just trying to dig, get more answers, which is very nice as well. I can Zenith Blade again to open this turn. Yeah, I see the 7/6 Rock Bear. Sheesh. It's a big boy. Could chump block that with Saga Seeker. But yeah, we're just going to try to make our Taric and White Flame larger than this threat. Yeah. So I got like Bright Steel Protector, my White Flame, and single. Maybe it's an option. Go single combat the Rock Hopper and just go wider than them here. They are just developing another landmark that will take a turn or 2 to get set up. I think I'm going to overwhelm this White Flame. Just try to double the amount of threats. Oh, this one's getting dragged this turn. That's what I failed to consider. Maybe I just pass. Maybe I'll just give this one barrier actually. Yeah, that's pretty nice. And I can single combat as well. That's perfect. Yeah. If they choose not to do anything. Okay, so they double their Preservarium with Talia. I'm just going to single combat that Talia, I believe. Since they're out of mana, they don't really have a good way to interact with this. The Rock Bear will still be out of range on my White Flame, so this is perfect. Boom. Yep, 7/9 White Flame. That's why I called. I don't know if you noticed in the intro. I said I play 9 champions or three different champions. Wounded White Flame is a champion for all intents and purposes. This card is fucking bonkers. Pardon my language, YouTube. It is bonkers. This card is amazing. We could see a Malphite come down, I believe, this turn. I do want to go wide, I think, here and start to threaten lethal. I'm pretty happy to pop off a Bastion or a Guiding Touch, either way. I think I'll do the Bastion just so they don't get hushed. Yeah, we're pushing so much damage here. I don't even care if these guys die. We're just going in for the maximum value. And we level our Taric here. That's pretty beautiful as well. Pretty beautiful as well. That's some really fun swings with this deck. You just go in with Taric and White Flame and create some silly turns, honestly. Yeah, they realize they only block 1 on the Taric, so they might as well chump the White Flame here. Put him down to 4. Put him down to 1. Or put him down to 3 with this Guiding Touch. think it's going to be the most effective use of my mana for the rest of this turn, and I'm going to want to pop it off anyways to dig for the rally, so let's go ahead and do that. Get a blinded mystic, that's cute. I'm down. I could have saved the guiding touch to double up the Taric, so I'm not sure if that was super perfect play from my side, but should be fine enough to get me to the finish line. There's a Herald of the Magus. Not particularly concerned about that. I'll just develop another White Flame, continue to go wide here. You can Zenith Blade it. There's a chip, sure. You know, you hate to kill the chips, don't you? You really hate to kill the chips. They're so freaking cute. And here we're gonna see the silly rally turn. Oh, maybe not. Maybe they're gonna stun my board. Oh, my Taric can be stunned. It has Spell Shield. Never mind. Yeah, we're gonna rally here on Taric. Yeah, so they have the Unstoppable Force, but I have an even more unstoppable force in my card Taric here. So yeah, we're gonna Golden Aegis this, and it should close out this game, I believe. Because they only have 3 mana. They can stun my board, but it doesn't actually do anything. Unstoppable Force, sure. This is a 13 Taric, so maybe I'm miscalculating. Let me just toss on this Zenith Blade here, just for good measure. Unless I'm just doing this math all wrong and I don't actually have lethal. We'll see. I do have barrier on these as well. That's something I need to remember. I'm just doing this for good measure. Oh, the vulnerable. Oh, I fucked up. Oh, I messed up big time. Oh, I messed up big time. Uh-oh. Okay. Yeah, I messed up. I messed up big time. That's not good at all. I won't even get a second rally off Taric. Oh, jeez. I have the sharp sight, person. I have the sharp sight, trust me. I've got the sharp sight. You don't want to do this. They did it. Of course they did it. Oh, I messed up. Oh, I messed that up big time. Look sharp, guys. Play sharp, guys. Don't put him down to 1 here. I should be able to clean it up with the open attack. But that was really big misplay for me. Thankfully, I think we should be fine. We're going to have to wait and see. They could just hush my Taric here. It's really sketchy. Could be a reason to try to overwhelm again, but that opens me up to a range of counterplay. Like the stuns is what I'm kind of expecting to see here. Let's just go wide. I have 11 mana and 11 mana worth of stuff in hand, so yeah, I'll start with the Zenith on the White Flame, I believe, and we'll see what comes down here. Oh, that was such a bad misplay. YouTube, I wish you wouldn't have seen that, but you know, that's why you come to this channel, because I show you, not every YouTuber is gonna show you those embarrassing moments. I certainly will. I certainly will show you those huge misplays I make every time. You know, you can count on me to do that. If no one else will. Okay, see the pass there? I think I'll go wide and proc this faded while silencing a little chip over there. See if that gets us any further here. Probably should have procced Taric, but I'll do it with this next one. They are still on 1 health. Do nothing there interesting. Okay, let's try one more. See if this warrants a response out of them. I'm wondering what they're holding their mana for. This is very sketchy. Just so we have Taric's buff to do anything. Oh, that's not a spell. Never mind. Don't actually get barrier on it. That was silly. Yeah, we didn't want to concentrate our damage there, but we'll see. They can stun Taric, which would be very good still. So kind of a waiting game, see what Taric Pearson does. They could have a lot of heal. They could have the star shaping. They could have guiding touch. So they definitely play the landmark. I mean the stun landmark and such that will slow our Taric's attack here. So we're not out of the woods yet, but we do look quite a bit wider than them at the moment. But you know, 8 cards in hand, anything could really happen. So we're just gonna have to wait and see what decision they come to. And it's a Stonebreaker. Okay. Unless they have the hush here, I'm feeling fine about how this is ending. Okay, they're definitely gonna stun Taric, right? Block this with a Stonebreaker. Okay, yeah, there you go. And they survive 1 more turn. Yeah. Okay. 4 drop damage. Yep. It doesn't die, thankfully. So I probably could have made my white flame one stronger, and that would have made me, could have given me the win. You see the overwhelm on Malphite from Heraldo the Magus and another unstoppable force, so I definitely have a way to lose here. I can drop the Bright Steel Protector after the unstoppable force to try to get another blocker, but it may not be enough. We see they're just Preservariuming for another win condition here, which is fine with me. Yeah, this game became a lot more messier than it should have been, unfortunately. But you know, sometimes that's what happens when you're playing against opponents who are on point like Pearson here, and I was not at all sharp as I should have been, paying attention to what was going on. There's an Unraveled Earth, don't really mind that too bad. Doesn't look like this unstoppable force is gonna beat us, so we're kind of chilling. Yeah, there's the unstoppable force. Deja vu moment there. I'll just Bright Steel Protector to have a blocker on the Endless Devout. I could have activated Faded, but I think protecting Taric is just as valuable there. Hopefully we draw a spell that we can use on Taric, whether it's like a Bastion or something of the sort, to open attack and try to get the victory here. I mean, the spell is, you know, we'll probably win regardless, but there's a Pale Cascade, sure. So I think we're going to spread out our damage here, do it like this, and hopefully end the game with this Pale. There you go. And the second one does not draw me a card either, because it's just the same spell, right? Yeah, there you go. Should be lethal. We'll see. They could have double stun, hush, shenanigans. So there's a couple of different options they could have here to survive. What do you have for me, Pearson? Let's see. Looks like it's gonna be the double stun, I would guess. They have all three of their unstoppable forces. I mean, pardon, all three of their ground slams. Or what else could this possibly be? Yeah, ground slam. Yeah, okay. We did thankfully eliminate the Malphite, but that doesn't mean we're out of the woods yet. There's a lot of different ways they could win with the crazy sarcophagus pop off, you know. Thankfully our Saga Seeker survives. Yeah, we're just trying to get that last point of lethal, which we don't play any reach, so it's gonna be a little tricky. We just need to get one more damage in. Pantheon's a lovely top deck there. Finally get our second champion popped off. Hopefully it gives me some lifesteal or something if they have a way to try to finish my last 9 health here. Just pass that out. Don't need to react to a chip quite yet. You know, getting Pantheon's fine, but doesn't really do me any good. We've run them out of stun, so if they don't develop more units here, I just win regardless. Let's see what Pearson has for us on the agenda. There's the Rite of Arcane. Does not kill my white flame, notably, but it will put it into the range where if I block with it, it will die. I'm still kind of down to just continue taking the passes here. We can see a Talia come down. I don't want to give my Pantheon vulnerable. Okay, we just see another Devout, so that takes us out of range for a lot of threats. So I think I'm happy to drop it now, see what I get. And I think I might see Pearson concede if I had to guess. I don't believe they have many more options to deal with this Pantheon. Gets vulnerable, we get regeneration, fearsome, elusive. They could have a play where they get through with a Absolver potentially. I'm trying to calculate the damage that would need to be. If they put all their Absolver on Devout, it doesn't do anything because that's only 4+ in Overwhelm. They could do a Talia here. Talia would be very devastating. Instead, we just see the Devout crash into my Pantheon, get them another landmark, which they can use to then use their Zerath spell, Rite of the Arcane. Another one of these I expect is coming down to deal with one of my units on the board. Thankfully, our Taric and Saga Seekers are too large, but could definitely eliminate the Pantheon here. We do have Fury, though, so it's going up to 4. That's something to note. Okay, we take the block. Like I said, that one mistake made this game last significantly longer than it needed to go. So, you know, sometimes that's just how it goes. When you're playing against good opponents, sorry this is YouTube. Sorry YouTube, I made a big mistake. You know, it is what it is. Yeah, there's the Rite of Arcane, like I said. They're going to have some blockers next turn. So hopefully we can complete the game. They do survive if they have like a double hush effect next turn. Another Pale Cascade comes down there. I'll pop it off onto Taric. Again, just continue to push the huge Taric and rebuff up our White Flame in this turn. Especially since it has Overwhelm, it's the optimal one to be buffing, I believe. So, see what Pearson does to me. And they get the loss, okay. GG's, GG's. To conclude, we saw the power of Taric, saw the power of Pantheon, and we saw the power of our third champion, Wounded White Flame. If you enjoyed the video, try the deck out yourself. Get some crazy golden Aegises. The deck code's in the description. If you want to see more deck guides like these, please subscribe. If you want to help boost this video, if it brought some value to you, please consider liking and commenting. That's super helpful, helps to grow the channel. Really appreciate it. If you want to see more Legends of Runeterra gameplay, just like this, except live, check me out on Twitch. I stream every single day. There's a good chance I'm live right now. You know, a couple hours every day, you might catch me. So join the Twitch. Would love to have you there. If you have questions about the Runeterra community or you have questions about this deck, I try to make myself a resource to you. So please contact me on Twitter, contact me on Discord. The links are in the description. And until I see you again, I hope your Pantheons are popping and your rallies are strong. Until next time, adios.